Alright, let's get started with the stream today. So I'm playing the same list we've been playing all week, basically. I guess we had a slight variation on Monday before I ended up cutting the priest for the cage and stuff, but this is likely just like straight up the 75 I'm playing tomorrow at the local team event. So we're going to give it one last run through a league before before I have a paper tournament. And then after that, I don't really know. I don't think I'm playing any Legacy in paper until like late March, so I might just do some various testing with different cards. Like the Spirit Keeper, I've talked about several times this week as being like not good in paper, or sorry, not good online at all. Whereas I think it's a lot stronger in paper because online Grixis has really died off. Grixis Control specifically, where this card shines the most. And I think in paper, that's definitely not the case. Paper is a lot slower moving than online, yada yada. I've said it a million times. But anyway, this slot, I think I'm going to be experimenting with stuff like Second Jailer, or maybe like another Flex card, or maybe like try some 23 land builds again, and like trying some various sideboard techs. Eventually, I need to get around to testing the Phoenix matchup more extensively, because I'm kind of nervous about that deck as we get closer and closer to stuff like the Legacy 5K in March and GP Niagara Falls in April. But until then, we're just gonna keep playing this deck, keep playing this list, because I'm pretty happy with it. Also, I guess I didn't mention in the title. I mentioned when in my going live posts on Twitter and stuff that this is gonna be a 1 league stream, not a 2 league stream. I have a really busy weekend, including the paper tournament tomorrow, but there's also a bunch of other stuff going on, so I'd rather have a little bit more extra free time on Friday. So we're just gonna be jamming the 1 league today. Also, I've been consistently starting later and later on my Friday streams. I think I need to like move the start time to like 2:30 or 3, realistically. So also, I think at the end of this league, it should be my 400th match of Legacy since the Death Right 400th match of streamed Legacy with Monoway Death and Taxes. Because those are the only data. That's the only data I record on my spreadsheet. I don't record like my paper results or I record results with other decks if I'm thinking about like testing them out and stuff. But my spreadsheet says we've streamed 395 matches of Death and Taxes so far in leagues. All right. This name seems familiar, but as usual, I go, hey, this name seems familiar, and then I absolutely don't remember what they're on at all. Well, this hand is a little soft, but like it's really soft to combo, but I think it's still a keep. We're on the play, and we just have like a really good proactive plan if they're on any sort of fair deck. Plus, if we're against a deck that plows good against, this hand's just insane. That definitely means that my opponent's gonna like turn 2 Emrakul me though. Ooh, is this the mirror? Shit, this hand is nuts in the mirror. Do I just run out this Jite? Probably not, because we don't have like a good creature to put it on. Are we gonna look like those? Hello, hello, cat. Are we gonna look like those idiots that play turn 2 Stoneforge and tutor the Batterskull? I think Batterskull is probably the best choice here. We already have Jite and it's game 1, so they have less answers to it. We have Plows to deal with like Revokers that are trying to stop it. And we don't really have enough mana to really want to have access to something like Sword. I think I'm just going to Stoneforge for Batterskull here. Definitely the mirror. Grabs the GT, obviously. Can we draw a land? That would be amazing. It's less amazing. We'll see how this next turn breaks. We can just put in Batter Skull or GT here. Plateau, they're on the red splash? Alright. That definitely makes this a little bit trickier. The only way they can really stop me from connecting, though, is with, like, double plow, and if that's the case, they don't get to put in GT. And if we draw a land, it's just incredibly good for us, because we'll be able to hold up plow. I think there's a lot of upside in just putting in GT here. Ooh, we drew the land. That's perfect. So if they have Batter Skull, we don't care. They don't have Batter Skull, so... Yeah, if they have Batter Skull, we just, like, can plow the Batter Skull out of the way. This should probably be close to game. They just put in GT here, that's fine. I don't even think I killed their Stoneforge. We have 2 plows for Revokers, and that's like the only other card that matters here. We just could completely keep the board clear. Yeah, the game's just over. Alright. Sideboarding for the mirror. Bring in 6 cards, cut Spirit Keeper, Prelate, and all the Thalias is pretty easy. Other than that, yeah, we just like we don't have a lot of cards for the mirror. The mirror is not a match that you really need to tech towards a lot. Sometimes you have like Sword of War and Peace, but that has gotten like way out of favor since the advent of Crooks' control. But other than that, there's like not a huge amount they usually board in. The red-white version doesn't exactly change any of my sideboarding plans, but it does. I think it does kind of dictate that my opponent probably has better cards than I do. I think red-white's probably favored in the mirror. You get some really strong cards, like Pied Karan Noir, or if they're on any like the red Pingers or the red Shatter guys. Manic Vandal, Cunning Spark Mage, I think is the Pinger. I think this might be the first time I played against Red-White D&T on stream. I don't have it recorded anywhere. This hand's gas. This hand has a turn 3 equip GT attack if my opponent has absolutely nothing, but especially post-board it's super unlikely, but they might not see the turn 3 GT connection coming, so then maybe like if they tap out or something we can get them. This hand's definitely a keep. Well, it's worse if they go turn 1 Mom. I really don't want to path this. But I kind of have to, considering, like, what my game plan is crafted around. It's way worse than a Dismember, as it turns out. Because now if they go just Stoneforge Mystic, they have turn 3 GT lined up. They have nothing. Alright, that's fine. Aisha9, thanks for the 6-month resub. Appreciate it. Oh, I didn't put my, I thought it was 3 years, my bad. I don't think it tracks when you were resubbed to me in real life. I forgot to put the title up though. The banner. How do I edit this thing? There we go. That should probably show up. Might be a little big. Scoot it over here, maybe. Shrink it down. Hopefully you guys can still see that. I'm just going to try to port me out of this game. It does not seem very favorable for them, although they obviously don't know that. But also we have an Anthrobio in play. But yeah, Twitch announced that Twitch affiliates are getting more emote slots. So you get them. They rolled out a second emote slot today if you have 15 or more subs. And like, I forget the exact number, but in the next coming months they're going to be rolling out more emote slots if you have enough subs for them. So I think I just wasteland here. I almost want to wasteland this cavern. Like, if they want to keep porting me, we're completely fine with that. We can cut them off of, like, actual castable cards. If they're planning to just port me down and our hand is 5 lands and an Aether Vial in play, then sure. Yeah, sure, port me. You got it, bud. They're only gonna port me once? Interesting. Well, we just gotta run out a bunch of Stoneforges. Hey, Lomerboy, thanks for the 7-month resub. Appreciate it. Tithe Taker OP. Something like that. I appreciate the continued support. How do I tell? I think I'm manually updating this banner that I just put up, but I think I could find something in like Streamlabs that just tracks that automatically. But yeah, it says I have 12 subs now, which means I think it was already tracking Lomerboy's sub. Like the resub makes it stay the same, but like if you get a new person, or a person that like wasn't subbed last month but managed to sub this month. Containment Priest, huh? People boarding in Containment Priest in this matchup. Let's grab Sword of Fire and Ice. We have a ton of mana. I hope they just like flicker some of my Stoneforges and get max rewarded for this. This is a P&K. And we have Plow for it. I think we're going to use Ancient Tomb for Jite and hope my opponent doesn't have a source of Plowshares here. But if they do, we can we'll have 1 mana up, so we can still plow this P-Incaron, and we'll be okay. And if they don't have a source of Plowshares, they're just like super dead. So. Yep. Path, sure. Get a land here. Kill the P&K. Crusader, sure. Crusader does block the Stoneforge. Does not block Stoneforge if I have a Sword of Fire and Ice on it, notably. Come on, attack with both Thopters. Come on. What could go wrong? I mean, I guess Stoneforge should just trade with Crusader here. Luckily, we can actually do all of this. We can play Equip. Wow, alright. I guess looks like we're going to be able to trade Stoneforge for Mirror Crusader and deploy a new Stoneforge. Even better if we just, like, draw a removal spell, but no. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we'll have land drop Stoneforge for the Batter Skull. Wait, can we get GT counters instead? We can, right? Is that better? So I play a sword, equip GT, attack, they block. They trade, we get 2 GT counters. That lets us kill Katama Priest or Thopters, but lets us, we don't have equipment online to attack with next turn. I think getting GT counters here is pretty relevant. We're tapping this, going to 12, taking another 4, going to 8, but we'll be able to pick up Batter Skull, gain life off GT, maybe even just like ping down these Thopters. So I think we're fine with that plan. Oh, I guess I should be worried about another plow, shouldn't I? Maybe I shouldn't go all in just for that reason. Like, if I equip, and then the Stoneforge gets plowed, that's super bad for me. I think I'm just going to attack and let them trade, and then Stoneforge for Batter Skull here. This lets me just go get Batter Skull, which is another way to gain life here. We'll have 8 mana next turn, so we'd even just like equip an equipment and play cast Batter Skull in the same turn. We're taking 4, going to 8. Tomb puts us down to 6, though. Definitely have to be careful here. Ooh, that's bad. Are we dead? We did. Did I play too safe? I don't know why you wouldn't attack with Container Priest there. My Vial's turned off. Because we're not dead. We draw like Flicker Whisper or something, and we got a Relic Order. I guess this is only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 damage coming across. It's actually not lethal. Oh, let's hope my opponent doesn't have any way to deal with the Batter Skull. Any, like, plow or path or Flicker Wisp. Probably just going to draw a card here to try to find something. Ballista. Recruiter, does that kill me? I mean, I assume it has to kill me, right? But they tapped so that they can't just cast a Wisp and Wisp my Germ? But I assume there's something else that they can tutor here to kill me. Like, maybe they have a Manic Vandal or something. Flicker Wisp. You can't cast that. Mother of Runes, sure. I think my opponent fucked up. Don't know if it matters. We might still be dead. Since we're going all in on this Germ, that's just going to get killed next turn. They block with probably like Priest here. Maybe recruiter. Alright, so what's my plan here? I'd have to, like, ping down recruiter and mom, but then this wisp is such a big clock. We can't kill the Thopter. They're gonna be able to wisp. Guess we would wait for them to try to wisp something before we ping anything. We don't really care if they get protection. They don't have protection from Cheetah, so we can just pass the turn here. Gonna wasteland the plateau. In case of, like, extra PNKs. I do think we're mostly dead here. So we're taking 6 in the air again. If we draw exactly Wisp, maybe we can get something done. Or like Recruiter for Wisp. So a chance something happens. Just attack with that, sure. We can't stop it. Hit me for 5. Yeah, the problem is that they're just going to be able to Violence Wisp and kill me. Ping the mom if we're ever going to be able to attack. They can also just like block and wisp their own thing. They don't even need to wisp my germ necessarily. Stoneforge definitely isn't going to do it, especially when we have all 3 equipment. Unfortunate. There's a chance that maybe that the play was too conservative. I forgot to port, I guess. Vial activation, or block, then vial activation on their own thing. Yeah, it looks like that's their line. Flick Rose, target the recruiter, I ping it, and then I die. Yeah, I think if I do actually end up having those GT counters, we win that game. Just because we can prevent the first sword connection. What are you doing? What are you doing, cat? Oh my god. This dang cat. I'll be right back. Alright. Yeah, we're just running back. Nothing really changes, unlike the play versus the draw here. P&K is definitely a beating in the mirror, though. Let me play first. We also know that my opponent is on Containment Priests, for whatever that's worth, so we can play around it a little bit more. This hand is on the weaker side, but I think I'm keeping. We have turn 1 Mom on the play, we have a Plow if they have a Mom, we have a Jailer, all of which are very powerful cards. Jailer's a bit scary, though, especially if we only have 1 removal spell and no flyers. Maybe they'll Containment Priest me and then try to take the Monarchy, and then their guy just dies forever. Alright. So Weapon does nothing or does Vile. Well, then we're just porting. Ooh, maybe not. Yeah, we probably need to play this Vile. This Vile seems pretty important. Sure, Stoneforge. Not gonna plow that. No real need to as of right now. It's good that my opponent didn't start with, maybe I am supposed to actually plow it because they searched up Batterskull. But anyway, good that my opponent doesn't have a Vile. It makes Palace Jailer a little bit safer, because the worst thing for Monarchy is instant speed creatures, instant speed ways to steal the Monarchy. We could still plow this and port them. And then next turn, I assume they'll like play one creature and we can Jailer it, and then by then we'll have like Recruiter for flyers. Yeah, I actually like that. I don't want to deal with this Batterskull. I assume they already have GTA in hand, is why they grabbed it. But it makes my port a lot worse. They can just put in whatever they want. And we get to, like, slam this Jailer on whatever they cast this turn. Oof. It's actually a little scary. Draw a 2-drop, please? No. I could just revoke both these moms, but like recruiting for a revoker is pretty weak. If I Jailer one mom, and then my opponent untaps, kills the Jailer, and then just like hits me with the mom, that's so bad for me. Problem is that like these moms also just make this Jailer a lot weaker. Man, 2 moms was a really bad outcome for me. I was hoping for like a 2-drop or something. Another Stoneforge. What could I recruit here? A Stoneforge Mystic probably isn't a bad recruit target. There is an issue if my opponent goes like 4th land, like play equipment, equip it to mom, attack me. That could actually go really poorly. Because now they're attacking me with, like, they can even, like, mom their own mom if we're tapped out. Just, like, pro white, get through. What do we have to tutor here? Relic Warders, not nothing. Stoneforges. Ballista. Ballista would be good if we had this Vile on 3. Just fucking Ballista down this board. Maybe that needs to be my plan. I hate losing Monarchy here, though, if my opponent has it. Opponent's 4 cards in hand, likely Batterskull GTA. I think the plan has to be Slam Jailer next turn, recruit a Ballista, just mow down this board. My opponent has play GTA Equip, attack, block with Jailer, they use a counter to kill it, but then we're fine. We can definitely answer a GTA with no creatures on board. I don't love this plan, but I think it might be my best plan. My opponent also needs to play around my Vile on 2, so they can't just kill the Jailer, attack, and hope to like steal Monarchy. Or like, they could, but it's like kind of risky. If I just like Vile and a Stoneforge, block their mom, they just get absolutely demolished. We could also just actually draw 2. Dang. I got 2 5-0s alone this week. Wizards will surely publish me now, right? We'll see. I got 1 5-0 with D&T this week. We'll see if I get published. This is fine. Yeah, this is the best outcome for me. If my opponent wants to, like, do this, then we're totally fine here. My opponent with, like, no creatures in play and 1 GT counter, we can 100% beat this. I like this mana denial as well, just like Wasteland Plateau, Port. My opponent doesn't have a file, I do. We can also just play Mom to try to like beat this last GT counter. There's an issue of like Containment Priest getting me, so like maybe I need to be proactive with this Recruiter of the Guard. What do I tutor though? Just grab Ballista? I can just grab another Recruiter of the Guard to try to Wisp Chain better into the face of this GT. Although if they're just like passing the turn with like mana up, do I really care? I guess I kind of do care, because they could flash in Containment Priest in response to my Vial activation, and then I'd have to untap, like, cast a Recruiter to, like, go get Relic Ward or something to deal with this GT. So I guess I'm supposed to... I guess we can draw a card first, right? Sure. Now we could just go get Wisp. Wisp my own Recruiter. Plays badly into removal, and we're kind of in a like a top-decking war. I just need to control the game as it goes right now. I think we're just like could leverage our lead here. Go get Wisp. If they have a removal, we still have a Wisp. Maybe we'll actually go get a Recruiter here. It's just like safer. Gives me more things to like plan with as we just leverage a mana advantage, Vial, and Monarchy here. Yeah, the game's just over. That doesn't like not make sense. My opponent's just so far behind here. We have Monarchy, we just have more lands, we can mana denial them, we have a Vial in play with like Recruiter for a bazillion things. That definitely makes sense. Right. So we took the Palace Jailer Gambit, and it seemed like it paid off there, definitely. But if they had like a removal spell, could have gone pretty south. I'd love to play first. This game's good enough. Really good with a Vial. Vial, Thalia, double port's just nuts, but hard to pass up a hand with like turn 2 Thalia and some supplementary cards here. Even if it doesn't have the best card in our deck. Tanked on their mulligan. I should look into, like, probably should do this off stream, look into how to, like, display my subscribers. Like, display the number of subscribers that I have. Yeah, there's a lot of shit that I just don't know about in Streamlabs. There we go. But I'd rather have something that more dynamically updates rather than like me having to do it, because I don't know if people resubbing will affect the stream, the sub count or not. Really need to just, like, pretty up my whole stream setup. Get a better, so, like, clean it up, make it look nicer, you know. What you got for me, opponent? Oh, we dead? Is that why we've been taking so long? Looks like Tess. We may be getting turn 1 on the play with Athalia in our hand, so that's fun. If it's just goblins, we might be able to beat it with Stoneforge Mystic. I hate doing goblin math, but... Burning Wish. Crack LED. Wait. Is this just like 1, 2, 3, like 8 goblins? Oh, this is 10 goblins. Pretty sure Batterskull Math beats this. Did they now want Ponder for the additional start? That is exactly 4 mana. They could have, like, pondered to try to find another mana source, but I don't know. I think it's like 14 goblins to beat Stoneforge on when the test player's on the draw. But I'm not gonna bother. I'm just gonna put in a Batterskull and see if it's good enough. Pretty sure. It looks like it's good enough, though. I'm really gung-ho about hitting me with these goblins. I don't know if they have a plan, or they're just actually dead. I think they're just actually dead. Just gonna put this Prelude on 2 to really cement the win in here. I could, like, Thalia port them or something, but pretty sure Prelude on 2 is just GG against Tess, so... Alright, so I guess opponent's just like one of those people that doesn't concede ever. His opponent is like is just incredibly dead here. It's like 14 turn 1, 18-ish turn 2. I think it's like, what, maybe it's 12 turn 1. They attack you, you make 12 goblins, they attack you for 12, put you 8. You play a... Wait, no, then you're fucking... You're super dead, right? Maybe it's 10 goblins that kills you. 10, you play your land drop, they put you to 10. You play second land drop Stoneforge, they attack, put you to 1, because you block 1 goblin. Cyrus is here. I trust Cyrus has emptied the Warren's math. Yeah, on the draw, I think they need like 14. This game's just incredibly over. They block the if they quad block the Batterskull, we just Flicker Wisp it too. Oh, you're talking about on the draw if they make the goblins turn 1 versus making them on turn 2. Okay, yeah. I got you. I guess I should, like, Flicker West the Stone Forge. Yeah, okay, they're dead. Like, I was gonna Flicker West a Goblin, but then, or, like, the Chromox, but I could probably just Flicker West the Stone Forge, go get sort of Fire and Ice, and really, expedite this process. That is nice that we managed to beat Test Game 1. 10 Goblins. I guess their plan was, like, 10 Goblins, hope I don't have a Stone Forge in my hand. Weird to think about how Stone Forge can beat 12 power on turn 1. Yeah, it's kind of fucked up. I think it's this. I think I might board in 1 Judgment, but let's do the math on the cuts first. So 7 for 7's fine, and we have... I guess we have GT to cut, too. Yeah, it's probably a fine swap. Strong lady who don't need no support. I mean, I guess if Batterskull qualifies as some sort of support, right? Yeah. Fine with this. We just need to... Well, we will just, like, get murdered game 2, and then hopefully have, like, a Chalice on 0 into Thalia game 3. This hand is pretty unkeepable. Opponents on the play. I think we just really want stuff like Chalice on 0 on the play, hoping we don't get turn 1'd. But it's probably pretty easy for them to make 10 Goblins on the play, so we're not keeping this hand on hoping they go for, like, turn 1 empty for 4, like they did. No, they made 10 last time, so we would have still died if we had kept this hand and they were on the play. So yeah, we're just going to ship this. We have 3 Chalices in our deck. I just kept 7. Should probably ship this too. I think you might be able to beat 10 Goblins on the play if you go turn 1 Aether Vial, turn 2 like Vial and a Mom, and also Stoneforge, and then turn 3 you're like Vial and a 2-drop, but fucking Goblins math. Anyway, this hand does not have 1-drops or Vials to supplement that plan, so we're probably just still dead. I mean, probably dead regardless. I'll keep those. Scry this to the top. We need lands. Hope is to Chalice on 0 into port into Recruiter for like a Thalia or a Prelate or something. At least we're playing around Massacre with this hand so far. Need to hit a 3rd land before anything matters, though. That's assuming we get a turn as well, which doesn't look like it. None of the Thoughtseize. I mean, well, that means we just died because we don't have any ways to deal with what they're doing. Snap, take this Chalice. I think I am going to lead on this Caracas, regardless of the fact that they don't know about it, and it gives them extra info. If we draw another white source, we could, like, potentially Relic Order a Chrome Mox or, like, a Petal or LED that they run out if they can't go off next turn, and they want to, like, run it out to play around Thalia. But I would not be surprised if we're just stone dead here. There's a Chrome Mox, but that probably means we're dead. It's not, like, a value Chrome Mox. Chrome Mox, cast my Ponder, pass the turn. Well, maybe it is, but... maybe it is. Well, it could also have Lotus Petal and just kill me here, but... Alright. So the real question here is, like, Do I even... So we actually drew the white mana, so we set it up the way that we wanted it to, but do I even want to do that play? Because they have 2 Dark Rits in hand, so like, putting the Swamp might matter more. Half their hand is Dark Ritual. If they have any other black land, we're just dead anyway, and I don't think killing this Chrome Mox matters. If they have another land, killing this Chrome Mox doesn't matter. So I think the plan is, like, hopefully snipe their black source, and, like, pray that gets me there. I'm just going Dark Rit, ad nause in their upkeep here. It's a possibility I briefly considered. 6 mana. Oh, they want a Dark Rit. Wait. No, you don't want the floating. You're in your upkeep. You can't, like, go off here. But sure, I guess. I think they just wasted this blue mana. So I'm pretty sure they can't just kill me in their upkeep, but we're probably dead anyway. They're at 17. We need a really bad ad nauseum. Well, LED. That's not a bad ad nauseum. Opal. Just turned on. Oh, that looks like we're dead. Looks like we're super dead. I can just stop 3 here. Their storm count is like 3, 4, 5. They don't have a ton of mana. They have Rite of Flame though, so it's probably enough. So they have land drop 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. Yeah. Pretty sure we're just dead. And that's not including they could just like Infernal Tutor for something. I'm just F6 there. I don't care if they want to like not play around surgical or whatever. I just don't want to click through every single one of their spells here. I'll let them figure it out though. They could also just like not even kill me this turn. If it, like we can't kill them from 3, so it doesn't even matter if they like fuck up going off. They'll just still have a bunch of mana, unless fucking up going off involves Kraken's LED. Volk, Opal, LED. Thought sees me. Make sure the coast is clear. Chrome Mox. Pitching Burning Wish. Comes 8. Yeah, Burning Wish or Infernal Tutor for Tendrils, just lethal now. Yeah. Or Infernal Tutor for like... Wait, were they 1 mana off of Infernal Tutor for Burning Wish for Tendrils or whatever? It's only like 5 left. They like in... Yeah, I don't know. Well, we're dead. I'm no Storm expert, but... Alright, well, now we get to be on the play, so hopefully we can win that one. And that's basically how the test matchup goes. It's like the Ant matchup, but a lot worse, because you win game 1 a lot less often. And also, they could definitely steal game 3, because they're just, like, faster. They can just kill you on turn 1 sometimes. Looking for Chalice, Thalia. That's probably it. Probably, like, the only hands I'm keeping involve those 2 cards. Yeah, we have, like, Thalia and Stoneforge, so if they make an insufficient amount of goblins, we have Stoneforge. If they Thought Seize me, we're in a pretty bad spot, but I'm looking to 6, that's nice. Being able to like Stoneforge for Batter Skull or recruit up another Thalia or a Sanctum Prowler or something isn't nothing. All those plans are very slow. The chance I want to like just lead with Wasteland or Port on the off chance I draw Caracas to try to play around Massacre. Oh, that's unfortunate. Still got like 6 draws in the deck, right? 3 Thalias, 3 Chalices is really strong. Opponent has 5 cards in hand. I don't know if I'm supposed to run out Stoneforge or Port them. Not a good draw. I don't really love porting their black mana. If they had like an Underground Sea, I'd maybe do it. I think our plan is to just make a Stoneforge Mystic. It's just like such a slow clock. We might not even put in the Banner Skull next turn. There's a chance we want to like Recruiter and Prey, or like Port Wasteland or something. It's also a chance we just die. Same play as last game. Alright, well. Brainstorm is a good Magic card. We are imminently approaching death here. Hopefully they brick on this Brainstorm and then we can win. But that's very unlikely to happen. I hate these long pauses out of Storm decks. It usually means that you're super, super dead. They're like, alright, how do these cards I'm looking at kill you? They only get 4 cards here, but they only really need... They don't need that many cards to kill you. Alright. They've decided. It looks like we're dead. Are we not dead? What is this? Jay, when is it acceptable to leave work if you aren't actually doing anything? Depends. Are you like work? Or are you talking like you're in the lab not doing anything? Because at work, I am paid. I have to work a certain number of hours per week. I leave when I fulfill those hours, regardless of how much I'm actually getting done. But if your job at the lab is to do certain things, then once you're done with the thing... Wait, what? They just Burning Wish for a Ponder? So their Brainstorm locked in. Their plan is to Ponder to get themselves out of the lock? Unfortunately, I can't, like, port this Chrome Mox. The plan might be cast Recruiter and hope that they brick, though. Like, just because if I Recruiter for Prelate and I get to play, like, and then if I untap after that, the game is just over. Prelate on 2 is just so hard for them to beat, especially because, like, almost all the test decks are on a pile of Echoing Truths post-board. They don't have, like, Chain of Vapors and stuff to bounce your Prelate. They could, like, opponent here could Burning Wish for a Massacre before I get the Prelate down or something. But I think that's my best plan. I think it's a much better plan than just, like, putting in this Batter Skull. It might be a worse plan than using Rashad and Port here. But considering that Brainstorm was so bad that their plan was Lotus Petal out a Burning Wish to grab a Ponder to get out of the Brainstorm, I think the plan is just hope they can't kill me. Or find a Thoughtseize. If they find a Thoughtseize next turn, we can put in Batterskull and port them anyway, but that's beside the point. Thanks for the 39 bits, Aisha9. Appreciate it. Also, if you're doing lab work, I don't know. Are you done with all your lab work? What's the point of being there? We're going to just recruit Sanctum Prelate here. Please don't kill me, opponent. Don't do it. I would love to continue living. Caster Ponder, Brick, Shuffle, pass the turn. So they could either kill me here, Thoughtseize me here, or like land drop Burning Wish for Massacre here. If they don't do any of those things, we get to win, but they're looking at 3 cards in hand and the top 3 cards of their library, one of which they get to use this turn. What about Pearlodon 4, worried about Echoing Truth? Yeah, Pearlodon 2 just, like, is game against Test if they don't Wish for Massacre beforehand. If they Wish for Massacre beforehand, we kind of need to put it on 4, but then they can, like, Burning Wish for other things or Echoing Truth. Or just, like, cast Echoing Truth on it. If you cast a Pearlodon 2 before they Burning Wish, like, they just can't win. Sometimes they'll have, like, 1 empty in the deck or something, but it just, like, severely hampers them on winning. Kills all the Burning Wishes and the Infernal Tutors and stuff. And Echoing Truths. I guess Test specifically. Against Ant, the Prelate game is a lot harder. I don't want my PI to think I'm skipping work, that's why I'm sitting here doing nothing. I don't know, that's a judgment call. That's not for me to make. I've never been to your lab. I'm really hoping this tank on this Ponder is they can't win, but they're trying to find some way to win because they're dead next turn. Oh no, they found a Thoughtseize. They didn't shuffle because I think they found the Thoughtseize, but like the other 2 cards are bad, maybe. So at least we get to attack them, put in Batterskull, and port them this turn. So we're definitely still in a decent spot, especially if my opponent had to keep suboptimal cards on that Ponder just to find the Thoughtseize, just so they didn't die this turn. And then hopefully if we get a Batterskull connection, we crack them for 6, turns off a lot of their outs. We might have this. We might be able to steal this one. Opponent getting my hopes up here, thinking that they were going to pass the turn. There we go. Crash. I'm going to just play out both these moms. It lets me try to set up for just straight up lethal next turn, because I get attack for exactly 8. Like, and if they Burning Wish massacre me or whatever, this Batterskull still lives and clocks them, and they're down in Burning Wish. So I should just play out this Wasteland. So this just sets up for actual lethal next turn. It also sets up, like, protecting some of these creatures, if that's relevant. Probably not, because if they have Echoing Truth, they're just going to Echoing Truth the Batterskull, not the token. this is the turn that they drew their last Ponder card, so if they couldn't kill me with those. Hopefully they can't kill me. Alright, I think we're good. Just gonna crack in with everybody. Oh, and we can Relic Order this Mox. If we don't die here, we get to completely take them off of mana. Or if they don't die here. Hey, we did it! Look at that. And just scrape by against Tess yet again. As always, winning game 1 against Storm is absolutely huge. Let's continue. Feeling good about this list. We've been doing pretty well this week, which probably means that I'm just going to get absolutely smashed in this tournament tomorrow, because that's generally how it works. I think we the stream before I went and won a Volcanic Island, I 0-4'd my league. I 0-4'd my league before stopping. Probably would have went on to 0-5, but I was just like, I'm done. I think also that league went pretty long, but anyway, the fact that we went 5-0, a super close 4-1, and then we're off to the races so far, 2-0 here, probably does not bode well for my paper tournament. Or maybe it means my deck's great, and we're just gonna keep killing it. There we go. Let us dive in. If anyone in chat knows how Streamlabs works and can let me know if I can get an actual dynamic subscriber count on screen, feel free to let me know, because I for sure fucking don't. I don't know how any of the streaming stuff works. So yeah, it's great. Vile Thalia, easy keep. Vile Thalia, 2 lands, at least. Hello, good. Nope, not friendly opponents today. Been a lot of radio silence in chats, especially since they made the update where you chat is not automatically on the screen, but some opponents just want to have some fun. Who am I playing against here? Man, if they shuffle this Wasteland. If they shuffle on this Ponder. They did not shuffle on the Ponder, alright. Oh, then we'll develop our Aether Vial and then Wasteland them on turn 2. Please no force. If they force, I can't Wasteland them on turn 2 either. We need our mana to cast our own spells. Rude. Force, pitch, Spell Pierce. Yeah, it's looking a lot... Oh, nope. I was going to say looking a lot like Miracles, but nope, Stoneblade. Let's do another land. So Thalia protects us. They have True Name, we're obviously just like boned, but that's life, especially in game ones. We develop our own Stoneforge to try to get to sort of Fire and Ice, but I think step one right now, since they have the initiative, is to try to stall this Jite. Which probably involves jamming this Thalia. Then probably like Wasteland Stoneforging. Trying to stop them from being able to plow Thalia and like equip an attack here. So here we get to Wasteland this Tundra, and then cast our own Stoneforge Mystic. And they're just going to put in their equipment, probably the GT. Oh, they have the Batter Skull. That's unfortunate. It's mildly obnoxious, since that can attack through a Thalia. We have Thalia plus Caracas to try to fog it, or this Remorseful Cleric. Regardless, we're grabbing Sword here. Sword plus Thalia also blocks this Batter Skull for whatever that's worth. But luckily, because we wastelanded, they can't just put in GT, equip the Batter Skull, and just like crush us into the dirt. They just get to punch me in the face with the Batter Skull, though. A plow. That makes things interesting. Could also just Flicker Wisp this Germ token. That's soft to the point that they have like 4th land plus plow and they get GT counters. But not super soft to it. It also means that if we don't draw land, we can't connect with equipment next turn. The other option is play Caracas to say go. If they put in the GT and then spend their turn equipping into the Batter Skull and attacking, we have the choice of blocking with Thalia and picking it up with Caracas and then putting in an equipment, or we can just plow the Germ, but that takes up our whole turn because the plow costs 2. I honestly don't hate the Flicker Wisp line. It's like a little bit greedy, because we're dead to like Force or Land Plow. We're not dead, but we're very close to it. Yeah, we're probably dead to it, if we're being honest. I think the upside's a lot higher, though. They only have 3 cards in hand, one of which we know is GT, so... Oh, Counterspell. Guess we are dead to Counterspell into Land Equip as well. Not great. Didn't play around that. No land, please? Thank God. Alright, hopefully we rip a land here. Land? Land. Probably the worst thing to draw. I think we now go with the plan B of pass with either Plow or pick up Thalia plus put in an equipment plan. Depending on how this turn goes. I think the plan is pick up Thalia, put in like either GT or Sword here, and then untap, and we'll have 3 mana so we can plow the Germ out of the way and equip to the Stoneforge. We'll see how this turn breaks, but... Tarn. Equip GT, sure. Attack with Germ. So if I plow this, we would need to rip a land. Otherwise, we'd have to deal with the Stoneforge. Maybe I do just plow this. And then what, though? If we plow it, they can also just, like, eventually picking it up and putting it back in is really slow, though. If we rip a land, it's like... So if we know the top card of our deck is a land, plowing it right now is way better. But if we know we're not drawing a land, then, like, picking up the Thalia is way better, because it lets us try to get this GT connection in. Opponent has 2 cards left in hand, which is also something to factor in. Two cards in. I think I just want to try to go for it, right? Maybe not, actually. Maybe we plow this. Plow's bad against another counterspell. They could have, like, a Spell Pierce or a Force. Although, so was the other plan. They just forced it on my turn. I guess I could plow it with 2 mana here, and then if they have a Force, we can still pick it up. Block with Thalia and bounce before damage. Yeah, that's the other option. I'm just trying to, like, weigh my options here. So, the Block with Thalia and picking it up lets me put in the equipment, but it's worse because we're down a creature in play, and we're, like, no longer Thalia taxing the opponent. So if, like, they have a counterspell or something, or, like, like, they can cantrip into a plow or something from my Stoneforge, or we're pretty dead. If we could rip a land... I think this play might be the safer play, is just plow this Germ right now. If we drew up a land, its life's great. Yes, there we go. Sword or GT? Probably just GT? Maybe Sword. GT is better. Lets us clear the Stoneforge easier. Oh, it actually ends up the same, right? Because either they... So if they have a removal spell, we're just super dead anyway. They can just GT up their Stoneforge and hit me. And that's very bad. So I think in that case, I'd rather have a Sword in play. Because Sword's better at protecting against, like, a GT. Yeah, if they have Source of Plowshares as one of their last cards, then I think we're just dead. Yeah, that's bad. We're not dead, but we're close to it. So now they just get to equip their GT, hit me, get counters. Ideally, they proactively use these GT counters and kill my Stoneforge. That's probably unlikely. Ooh, hang on. This might be something. This Jailer, like, obviously, again, very bad against True Nemesis, but they haven't cast it yet. So Jailer the Stoneforge might be, like, my only plan. The other plan is equip Sword to Stoneforge. They're, like, more or less forced to ping, and then we can play Thalia to block. But I think I legitimately like just jamming the Palace Jailer here. And before, like, just second counterspell. Or, like, untap, play True Nemesis, then we're just fucked. The second they draw a True Name, now that we have this Jailer in play, we're just incredibly dead. they should have a force. Pitching Snap as their last 2 cards. Well, that's shitty. Yeah, this game is, we've made some, like, pretty decent decisions, but we've just been, like, got it every turn, basically. Opponent's cards have just lined up a lot better than ours. Now we're dead unless we find Revoker. That's not a Revoker. So I could play Thalia, equip it with the sword, pick it back up to just absorb 2 GJ counters. I could also play Thalia, play Cleric, but then if they ping the Cleric and they can like just ping the Thalia to bounce it and they get more counters. So I can just play out Thalia and equip it with sword and try to absorb counters here. At least keep damage to a minimum. Oops. Well, I guess this just actually... There's no point in equipping. Maybe I should have actually cast GTA into Thalia, because there's no point in equipping, because they can just... They'll have to ping before they attack anyway. So I guess... Can I prevent them from connecting? No. Because they can just bounce my Thalia. I can let the Thalia live if I play out Cleric. Guess I'll give them a chance to fuck up. Like, if they try to ping down the Thalia here, then the Cleric, like, gets to fog a GTA for a turn. Realistically, they will likely ping the Cleric, then ping the Thalia, and just get 2 more GTA counters. But definitely when we're sitting in this desperate of position, it's nice to just, like, let my opponent fuck up if they don't find the lines. Just like equip Skull, ping down the dudes. They're just letting me block? Really? I mean, I guess this is... No, this is just not a great outcome for them, but okay. And they just ping in response. They can ping my Cleric too. But then they're down on GT counters, right? I mean, they do have a Stoneforge in play, but if we draw, like, say, Wisp, the... Actually, no, we can't really Wisp anything very well. Can't really Wisp this Batterskull off the Stoneforge. I'm very confused as to what the opponent's plan is. But, like I said, let the opponent fuck up. Gives us a chance to do something. So now maybe, if they see the Thalia line but don't see the Cleric line, they'll aggressively like just try to use these counters to ping down the Thalia. And then we can fog with Cleric? Yeah, exactly. Although they might just like let this happen and then ping down the Cleric, which is the most likely outcome. Come on, ping the Thalia. Do it. Yes. Problem is, all this is probably for naught. Like, none of this matters because we're going to lose. But I just like snap plow in response. Well, yeah. None of my decisions mattered, but it was fun to, like, make my opponent fuck up a bunch. But they're, like, so far ahead that their decisions didn't matter at that point. Opponent was trying to punt it away, but, you know, they're just so far ahead it didn't matter. The last card's probably like counterspell too. Just like wreck me. So if we draw a land here, we could like super suit up this germ. Which probably doesn't even attack profitably into the Stoneforge. Draw like Flicker Wisp maybe? Is this just TNN? Alright, yeah. Opponent running pretty perfectly. Alright, maybe they don't see the pump of their own Stoneforge here. Back on Priest over Cage. Did I not update my deck list? Pretty sure it's still on Cage. Oh yeah, this deck list still has a Priest in it. I could have sworn I updated this Cardboard Live link. No idea when Cardboard Live decides to, like, actually update. They did actually have their last card as Plow. Alright. You got me, opponent. Good draws, better lucky than good. Good draws beat good play, yada yada. All the normal salt things. Yeah, it literally has a Grafdigger's Cage in my Cardboard Live. What the fuck? Come on, Cardboard Live. What the fuck are you doing? Update stream. Save successfully. This should change. Alright, there. We got a Grafdigger's Cage now. Alright. For the blue-white Stoneblade matchup. Bring in, what, 8 cards? Cut Jailer, Spirit Keeper, Plows, three cards to cut still? Probably Shave Thalia's. How good is Prelate? Prelate's decent in this matchup. Kind of fulfills the Chalice of the Void role. I guess it almost like basically exactly fulfills Chalice of the Void, except you can't cast it on turn 2. I wonder if just shaving down all my Thalias is correct. Thalia's just so bad against the game plan that matters, which is like the Stoneforge True Name game plan. Notably, the first strike did matter there for a couple turns. But I think, especially post-board, you just have a lot better tools to fight that, and I don't think like Thalia is exceptional. Flyers seem really important, Recruiter's really important, Revoker's really important, Stoneforge. I think Cleric having flying might be more important than Thalia's tax. Being able to fly over True Name, let's do that. Maybe Thalia's okay to keep on the draw, and I want to shave something else. Or when I'm on the play. Then you shave it on the draw. Ugh, this hand is kind of ugly. Chalice one on the play, though, is really strong. Maybe I just keep on that. We have Recruiter and Wisp. This hand would be so much better with a Vial. I'll keep it. Shave Moms, you're bringing in 3 Chalice. We're also cutting all the Plows, so we're definitely like pretty down on 1s. So don't mind it. And Thalia and Mom and Chalice kind of fulfill similar niches. It's kind of just multiple copies of the same card, trying to stunt all of their Swords to Plowshares and such. Well, it's a good card to draw, but also we need lands first. We also just look like an idiot with this Chalice, and they just, like, let it resolve Stoneforge Tree Name me. I think Chalice is pretty fundamental towards denying certain aspects of this game plan. Like, we died there in part because we got plowed, and then, I guess, not really because we got plowed a second time, but the way that opponent was playing, we might have been able to get there if they didn't have the second plow. And they had force. Unfortunate, but that's life. So it means if we hit land drops, they're not forcing our council's judgment or whatever anymore. Yeah. Let's try this again. It's probably like counterspell, though. I don't know if you want to leave in just, like, actual factual counterspell in this matchup. I guess they do, but you cut the spell pierces. I don't know if they have, like, that much to bring in. So, like, maybe they just have to be left in. But, like, counterspell seems pretty weak. Again, drawing a land would be really nice. Vial's a card that exists. Hopefully we draw land to kill this Jace here. Hopefully we draw land to kill this GT here. Land, please. Land, 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 land. Yes. Get the fuck out of here, GT. Please no second force. Be kind of rude. Just gain 4 life. Please. Please let me like, there's no reason to tank on this, right? You have a GT and play against death and taxes. You either gain 4 life or you force a will this. Goodbye forever, GT. Good riddance. That makes this this whole hand is actually just like a lot better once we hit that land drop. This Vial ticking up to 2. We have like Flicker Wisp and Flicker Wisp and Recruiter of the Guard going on. I guess they do have this Wasteland, but we still have this Vial, so. Also just realized that they're on Wasteland in their blue-white blade deck, which is kind of odd. But also probably means they don't have back to basics. Also, Caracas means that, like, maybe I just want to be shaping Thalias. Can't do anything besides play this other Vial, so let's go. Yeah, this match isn't really a damage race. I'm gonna get Containment Priested here, probably. Just waiting for... My opponent is unpredictable at this point. If they plow this Cleric, I wonder if I sack it or not. Probably don't sack it. I think 2 life is more important than, like, denying them snap counterspell here. I can just let this thing get exiled. I don't know why they... I guess I could have Flicker Wisp, but I don't know why they waited. But I don't think I want to Flicker Wisp my Cleric. But maybe I could have done it just because it's, like, free. It gets me another guy in play. I think I want to be recruiting here. Set up for, like, a better card to Flicker Wisp. The real dream is that they just fucking go land drop Jace me into this Vial on 3. Come on. Just tap out for a Jace. Just jam it. What could go wrong? It would go south if they true name me, right? Holy shit, my opponent is just high as fuck. Please, like, plus it, get it out of range, too. God. Everything coming up Millhouse. Oh, man. Life is good. Opponent playing loose as hell. We even drew our land, so we can, like, cast this Sword of Fire and Ice. Attack this Jace. Man. That was a good turn. That was a good turn of events. If they disenchant my sword, I wonder if I like recruit Relic Order and save it. Yeah, sure. 14. So they have 3 cards in hand. They also are Brainstorm locked. I think I might just grab Wisp, honestly. The card we're most worried about now is like Supreme Verdict. Oh man, we just drew Relic Order too. Fucking deal. So equip Sword to Recruiter here. So if they have like a plow for it, we can just flick rest the Recruiter. Alright. So now I think we grab another Recruiter in case we do get Verdicted. We want Recruiter to be able to set up. I don't think I'm wastelanding them still. I think our mana is more important than our opponents here. Opponent is 5. If we like wasteland him out of verdict range or something, I probably would, but like if they were on 4 mana and I could have like recruited for a Thalia there and wastelanded, put them down to 3, and then have a Thalia in play, like that's pretty good for me. They're probably voting for sword. I wonder if I just relic order my own sword. Then what do they vote for? Like a wisp? Kind of down for that. Just like relic order is also just in play. I can attack with it. It's just insurance if they ever wrath me. They probably exile like a wisp or something. Voting the Vial, sure. Goodbye, Vial. I'll take this one up to 3, I guess. Good Ancient Tomb Batter Skull here. Tried to host yesterday, Club. Twitch won't let me. Says there's an error. Hope some people from my stream come over. Thanks. I appreciate it. I've had that issue in the past. I don't know what's up with it, but sometimes hosts just kind of freak out like that. I wonder if I bother casting Batter Skull into like counterspell mana here. Deal. Now we get the sword back. I feel like Disenchanted or something. We don't have a Flickerous to protect it because we just have this Recruiter, but I think we're still pretty fine. I think I'm down for just jamming Batter Skull here, honestly, too. Just like really forcing them to have Verdict. If they have Verdict, we Violent Recruiter, equip it with Sword, and just go to town anyway. And if they don't have Supreme Verdict, they're just completely dead to this board. Snapcaster Mage Council Judgment? Well, if that's the case, then like we still have just an insane board state regardless of what they exile here. Yeah, it resolves. Opponent attacking my Vial? Really? Are they just dead? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, they're just dead. Alright, well, we got a game 3. Unfortunately, now we're on the draw, which is a lot worse. And my opponent had their, like, Bad Miracles hand draws, which are the draws that you could actually beat. And my opponent did, I don't think, navigated that game great, and we also got to a record. We're 2-0 right now in game 3 in the third match. But yeah, I don't think opponent navigated that quite well. We definitely got rewarded, but at the same time, we now have to win game 3 on the draw, which is harder. They did have like a pretty good start though. They like counterspelled both our Chalice of the Voids. I'm just running it back. I think the one thing that actually get our opponent here is mana denial. Opponent's mana base is like kind of greedy. Oh, fuck yes. Let's go. Is that actually good? It's okay. It's definitely not great, but like, this is strong. Man, 3 Chalice of the Voids and like the Ancient Tomb in your deck is so good. Man, I hope they don't have Spell Pierce left in their deck. We'll draw 4 Vials. Yeah, I was about to say, our next draws are all going to be Mother Runes and Aether Vials. I think I'm still just 100% slamming this Chalice, though. Let's go. If they disenchant this, Mother Runes is back online. Looking like they're just going to play Stoneforge, though. But we have Revoker plus Chalice here. Yeah, I assume it'll probably go away. So now we have Revoker here, so we can actually revoke their equipment, and Revoker's like, wow, they got Batter Skull? Interesting. Do I care about Batter Skull? Do I revoke this Stoneforge Mystic? And we're taking a decent chunk of damage off this Ancient Tomb. But opponent did know enough about Legacy to find the GTA in game 1. But they also had the Batter Skull in hand already, so based on how the opponent's playing, like, maybe they don't know to go for the GTA in this matchup. Like, they have not made, like, all super educated plays. So, like, maybe revoking the Stoneforge is a line. We do also have, they might have, yeah, the reasonable thought is they already have GTA in hand, but, like, the only information we have to go on is that they tutored GTA last game, but already had the Batter Skull in hand. Not last game, game 1. And they have not exactly, like, played optimally every turn. They've played into a lot of stuff. If they do have the GTA in hand, and we name Stoneforge, they have to cast it at sorcery speed, and then we might be able to Judgment it if we find another white source. So that's something. I think I do actually want to run out of this Revoker. And name Stoneforge Mystic. Because our hand is, like, kind of soft to a batter score right now, anyway. I like thinking of, lol, my opponent sucks. It's not good. Like, I don't encourage that line of thinking. It's usually not great to assume, if my opponent sucks, then this is a good line. But I think this line does have a lot of upside. Especially because we're just taking a bunch of damage off this tomb. This Batter Skull could actually get out of hand. Do I block this? This is like bait. This has to be like bait for a second Stoneforge, right? That's like the only reason to attack here. In which case, I really don't want to block it. I'm gonna take one. This is like fucking true name, yeah. All right. White source? Well, it's not a white source. I really need to cast this Council's Judgment pretty soon. Yudaja? How do I pronounce that? Yudaja? Thanks for the thanks for the tier 1 sub. Appreciate it. We're at 13 subs now. I think we're 2 away from a new emote slot. Classic losing to your monocolor mana base. Oh yeah, this happens a lot. Especially like the Ancient Tomb actively being bad for casting Council's Judgments. I think I have to block this Stoneforge at this point if they attack. Okay, no. White source? That's not a white source. Our Revoker is also naming Stoneforge Mystic, interestingly enough. Streams during the week start at 4 AM and end at 7. Yeah, my Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday streams aren't super friendly for viewers across the pond. But my Friday streams are always around like 2 or 3 PM Central Time. We've managed to host ourselves 2 different ways. I mean, it only really matters if we're grabbing Batter Skull, which I don't think I would. Like, it's useful against True Name. Maybe I have to get GT to gain life? We're at 9 here. Like, we're at 9 next turn. So, what's the plan? Stoneforge for GT, and then, like, if they don't stop attacking with True Name, we get to, like, connect with our GT on something. So I think that might be the actual play. We don't get to port them that turn, but I mean, we could, but we're taking damage off of Ancient Tomb, which is very scary against a True Name Nemesis as well. They could also just counterspell my Stoneforge, which is bad for me, but, I mean, I think we're just going to jam. Because if they can counterspell the Stoneforge, they'll just, like, counterspell my Council's Judgment. Yeah, resolve. Look at that. So yeah, I think GT is better than Fire and Ice here. Just because GT helps me, like, stall them. They could have if they have a second True Name in hand, then, I mean, I think we're just, like, so dead if they have second True Name. I think our plan is to not play around that. It's really tempting to port them, since they missed a lane drop there, and just, like, didn't do anything that turn. If we port them, we go to 10. They attack me down to 7. Next turn, we go land drop, play equip GT attack. We're at 7. I don't think we can afford to port them. They have second True Name, they have second True Name. I don't think we're beating that regardless, yeah. Because then at some point we're tapping out to Council's Judgment away a True Name. We need to draw like a white source into another True Name. I think attacking your Revoker into Stoneforge would have been safe. They just trade. I don't really want that. My problem isn't the Stoneforge, my problem is the true names. I think I want like more attackers to pick up GTAs and such. Alright, well... Yeah, True Skill Nemesis. Well, we have the plan online again, because we get to kill one of these true names, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We... Holy Light, man. Kill our nerve broker there for whatever that's worth. Imagine this has to be Force Will, right? Yeah. Now we're just dead. Well, that's the problem, especially with just, like, hoping Chalice carries across the finish line. Sometimes they just, like, double true name you and die. Attacking with one, alright. I guess attacking with both, like, doesn't accomplish a lot because we get GTA, but if we draw, like, the second Council's Judgment exactly, maybe we get to do something. What is this? Oh, second Stoneforge, sure. Yeah, we're incredibly dead. But yeah, opponent didn't have the GTA either. Opponent, like, literally tutored Batterskull first. Unfortunate, but sometimes matchups aren't super skill-intensive. Sometimes there's just, you get a heavy favorite when you cast 2 true names against Death and Taxes. And name Abandon Hope with our Evoker before conceding. Wait, what? Oh, yeah, Abandon Hope's right at the top here. Yeah, it happens. Let us move on. Definitely not a good matchup. And you definitely lose a lot when you're on the draw and they have 2 true names. You don't have to play optimally to win games in that matchup. Well, let's see, it is D's plus. Sort of Fire Nice is a little bit awkward, but Vile Thalia with other things to do is almost always a keep. Uh-oh. Well, we have Crocus. Alright, they have looting. If they don't have entombs, they might have like a suboptimal threat here. Do I jam the Mom or the Vile into this Chancellor trigger? Nope, they just have Grizzlebrand. Oh, they have turn 1 Grizzlebrand? That's pretty decent. Oh no, they're just playing on a pedal and saying go. Sure. We can also play nothing into the Chancellor. Just like play Crocus and go. It's inevitably when they turn 2 reanimate spell. Little experience of getting actual nut drawn by reanimator today. Surgical plus Thorn, they go unmask Surgical, make Grizzlebrand. Yeah. Red Black Reanimator was our final boss for when we were trying to 5-0 on Wednesday. We came so close to winning. I think I like the Crocus Go line more. Like, being able to bounce this Grizzlebrand more proactively is fine. You just cast a 1-drop next turn. Shocker. Make the Grizzlebrand. Draw 7. Am I supposed to, like, bounce this Grizzlebrand? Yeah, I'm supposed to bounce this in response to this draw 7, right? so they don't know if they need to draw 7 again. Yeah. Granted, they're probably going to kill me with a hand of 17 cards. But you never know. But they're likely just also making a Chancellor this turn. And they just like Lotus Petal. Or Dark Ritual, make a Chancellor. If we draw like a removal spell, 4 plows. Unmask me, sure, my hand's terrible. Take the Vial, yeah, sure. They might just like double Thoughtseize me, take all my 1s. And then I just jam Thalia into the Chancellor, and that's fine. Petal, reanimate Chancellor. Sure, Dark Rit. What are we Dark Ritting for? Are we like gonna Entomb and make like a bunch more things? Like Entomb a Grave Titan or something? Unmask themselves. Oh, they're Ashen Ridering me. That's pretty bad. Kill my Caracas, and then they discard this Grizzlebrand to hand size, and then remake that. That's probably GG. They can also just animate dead the Chancellor this turn, too. They just Action Rider plus Chancellor, and then next turn animate dead the Grizzlebrand. And it's probably time to concede. Enough cards in hand to discard, like, land, Grizzlebrand. We tried so hard. As usual, die a whole lot game 1 versus Red-Black. I think my win rate's like 25% or something. Maybe even lower. Poured in 13 cards. Both teams played well, yep. Both teams tried their best. It was well fought on both sides. I'd love to play first. I think it's probably good enough on the play. Land Vile Chalice and 0 into turn 2 like Remorseful Cleric, and we have Thalia and Revoker. I think we want to hide the Caracas. So if they Thoughtseize me, we can still Thalia. If they turn 1 me, I mean, that's life. Yeah. If they turn 1 me, it's whatever. We still have Caracas to bounce the Grizzlebrand, at least. Yeah, shocker. At least they can't, like, spew out a bunch of things here, because we have their Lotus Petals turned off. Then we have Caracas to bounce it. The issue is that then they're going to make a second threat before we can get down, like, Vile and this Remorseful Cleric or whatever. Discard Petals. This is good. Good job. Good work, Chalice. Four cards left to discard. Just discard no fatties, please. Discard actual nothing. Looting, sure. Looting, sure. Zoom, sure. Wow, did they actually hit nothing? Do we have a chance here? Cabal Therapy targeting me. Alright, well. Oh no, I'm supposed to bounce this, otherwise they can sack it. Oops. 100% the Cleric. If, like, that's their plan. Name could tame a priest, sure. I guess not bouncing there means that they have to, like, do a name like that. I don't think they can just sack the Grizzlebrand to hit the Remorseful Cleric. Yeah. Whoops. Still have Revoker Anthalia, though, which is not nothing. Definitely not something, though. I fucked that one up pretty bad. Wow, they just have it all. Entomb again into another thing. I guess they did. I mean, they did draw 14 cards, but now they can bring it back again. Please. Yeah, definitely a punt. They didn't discard any creatures, though. Seems like actually crazy to me. So it's probably like what, Grave Titan here, which we have a lot of outs for still. We have like 8+ outs for it. Archetype. Alright, well, we only have like 2 outs for that. Oh, we have 3 outs. Actually, a little bit more than 3. We have 6 outs to Animate Dead. But yeah, that was real bad. Should not have done that. Portals Thalia definitely has something going for it. Yeah, well, never mind. Alright, so we still have 6 draws here. More just Animate Deads. That's good for me. So do I block here? Do I block and pick up my Thalia? Then we can take Vial up to 3. If we draw Recruiter or Judgment or Relic Order, we're fine. Yeah, I think I do block. Like, just buys me more time. They only have 2 cards left in hand. We can even, like, revoke the Grizzlebrand if we need to. Do I leave this Vial on 2, actually, though? If we take it up to 3, what are our draws? I guess Flicker Wisp, the Animate Dead, is also a draw. Flicker Wisp, the Animate Dead. We can, like, Caracas the Grizzlebrand and such. So I think we have more outs at 3 than at 2. Right, nice. Right on time, Grafdigger's Cage. Grafdigger's Cage to the rescue. So we can Cage plus Thalia plus block Archetype again. It doesn't really matter if they draw 7 at that point, really. Because we have like so much stuff they have to deal with. Maybe I guess it kind of does that they draw 7. We could also play Revoker plus Cage, just take 11 here, and then next turn we can fog this, so we get like 2 draws here. I think I like Revoker plus Cage a little bit more. Grizzle Brand. So now we're drawing to 4 Wisps, 3 Recruiters, a Relic Order, 2 Council's Judgments or something. But it's definitely a decent number of outs. We have like 2 turns to draw it. Hey, Recruiter of the Guard. So we recruit Relic Order. Relic Order this Animate Dead. This thing dies. Caracas the Grizzlebrand, that's game. We could also recruit Flicker Wisp. Flicker the Animate Dead. That kills this. Caracas the Grizzlebrand, that's like also game. And it also put more power in play for what that's worth. The Animate Edge comes back, picks up the Archetype again. Yeah, but the Cage lets the Archetype not be able to come back. Recruit Wisp, Wisp was Caracas, yeah. We'd also beat just the Archetype, even if it did come back here. Never didn't have it, indeed. All according to plan. Never didn't have it. Alright, that was a game that I did not think I was going to win because of my pretty bad punt. We did have a lot of outs, though, and we had 2 we gave ourselves a lot of turns to draw them. Like, legitimately, our draws there were 3 Recruiter of the Guard, 4 Flicker Wisp is 7, 2 Council Gentlemen is 9, Relic Order is 10. Like, we had 10 different draws there that, like, let us get back into this game. But now we have to win game 3, which is always the struggle bus game. Definitely tried to punt away that game too, though. Opponent just snap kept their 7, so that's wonderful. Opponent just like snapped off their 7 and turned 1 to me like 3 games. Oh no, they didn't snap you their 7. They didn't turn 1 me game 1, right? They just set up to turn 2 me on the play. I wonder if this hand's good enough. I don't think it is. Not guaranteed this rest in peace, and my opponent like snapped off their hand, which makes me think that we're more likely to want Cage or specifically Surgical Extraction. This hand does fight through some stuff, though. We have Caracas, we have like a Vial if there's no Chancellor. If we draw a land, which we get like 2 looks at to slam rest in peace, we don't die, and we have like recruiter for stopping that like nonsense. We have Council's Judgment. It all hinges on us like finding lands / us not dying on turn 1. But we're on the play, so maybe we just have to like make some Hail Mary choices. This hand just feels like it's so weak. It can definitely beat like the non-perfects, like the not Entomb Grizzlebrand kill you. Like if they just like make a arc, or they make like a Chancellor or something. Change the deck list to include Gemstone Caverns and Spirit Guide. Genius. Help us play this rest in peace out. I honestly don't know if I'm supposed to keep this. I think I'm going to. But I can definitely buy Mulliganing. I'm just getting like turn 1. Oh, they're therapying me, alright. Or is this therapy surgical extraction pedal kill me? It'd have to be like pedal or pedal dark grit, but I wonder what their name is here. Cage, sure. That's fine. Alright, things are working out. Things are looking okay for us. Alright, things are looking less okay for us. They're just gonna make a Grizzlebrand and kill me. Alright, sure. We tried. Ashen Rider. We can beat an Ashen Rider. We have Land Plow. Unless there are other, one of the last cards is like Thoughtseize this Plow, but even then we have this Vial ticking up. I think we can race an Ashen Rider. Oh, they're gonna sack it and exile my Vial. Wait, no, then they just don't, like... Unless the last 2 cards are, like, really, really good and just gonna, like, Grizzlebrand me next turn, I don't understand what this plan is. Okay. They're gonna, like, take my Rest in Peace and kill my Vial, sure. But now they have 2 cards left in hand. Named Plow. So is their plan just to actually kill me next turn, or was their plan hopefully I get mana screwed? Like, are the last 2 cards just Entomb Reanimate or something? I'm so confused on why they took this line. Oh, shit. I think we're Ancient Tomb Revoker and Grizzlebrand? Just to be safe, right? It does let them know that they have to beat the Rest in Peace next turn, though, because they know about the planes. But I think powering out this Revoker is the way to go. Am I rude when saying black-red players suck on average? I mean, not necessarily rude. A lot of people love to just, like... It's an easy deck to pick up and go. Even if you don't have a lot of knowledge of the Legacy format. Yeah, I think I'm gonna Revoker them. They don't Thoughtseize me. Even if they do Thoughtseize me, we get to recruit Remorseful Cleric here. Oh, they have another animated Ashen Rider me a second time. I guess that makes sense. I've heard this Ashen Rider just sits in the grave still. Wait. Tagging my lands. Alright, well, we drew Plow, so that's insane for me. Accidentally names Hound of Grizzlebrand. Oof. Could have gone wrong. Oh, nice. We win the game. We did it. Yay. How the fuck did they manage to lose that? That's a good question. I think they could have made some... I think they just got really greedy with the Asher and Ridering all my lands line. Opponent says, "You're on fire tonight, man, XD." Well, I mean, I'm not the one that got to turn 1 me on the draw. I ripped a couple lands off the top for sure, but I'm also a 24 land deck. Opponent there seems really salty. I think they could have just made a Grizzlebrand and killed me, honestly. I think that was better than them just trying to Ashen Rider all my stuff. Alright, I'll take it. Red-Black Reanimator players being salty is my favorite. Oh man, I lost to this hate that my opponent had. No, 68 games. 39 wins, 29 losses. Jesus. I'm 7-19 pre-board. They wanted to play pawns. Yeah, I think they just took a really greedy line of just hey, what if I just blow up all their land? They'll never be able to deal with my Ashen Rider, even though the deck has 24 lands in it and 5 other 1-drop removal spells. And this Rest in Peace is looming. The fact that they kept not taking the Rest in Peace when their deck just completely crumples to it was really greedy. I forgot to record my blue-white Stoneblade matchup. It's here somewhere. Oh, here it is. We lost game 1, won game 2. Alright. Well, we got the old 3-1 into the final boss. Which are my favorites to play. Because they're the least stressful. We win, we go 4-1, we get some extra prizes. We lose, we go 3-2, and we're still fine. We got our money back. We got a pity chest. It's not the 4-0s, it's not the 2-2s. These are the most relaxing final matches to play. But yeah, I really feel like they should have just Grizzlebranded me, right? Jeez, Udaja. I still don't know how to pronounce your name right. If I'm Udaja, thanks for the 2 gift subs to Kogan and Allegories Lol. Generosity subs indeed. Thanks so much. We should be at 15 now. Let me I think that gives us an emo slot. It's not pronounceable in English, basically. Alright, well, I'm glad that I can just continue to fuck it up, then. Get the emo slot. Indeed, we have 15 subs. It says right here on this thing that you guys can't see on my dashboards. I guess I have to stop lurking. What's up? Hey, Kogan. Good to see you again. We do have some lurkers going on. Wow, we have a lot of people lurking. I didn't notice. But thanks so much. Yuda? I'm gonna go with Yuda. Yuda. I'm just gonna shorten it. I don't know. So I fuck it up less. Yesterday I had 22 people watching and no one said anything. Yeah, sometimes people just like to sit and enjoy and lurk. I'll sometimes lurk when I'm at work too, when I can't really just call me Pat. Oh yeah, that's fair. I can just call you Patrick. Yeah, from Twitter. It's tough because when I see people's usernames, if I meet someone through the internet via their usernames, then I'm more inclined to call them by their usernames. But if I meet someone in person first and then I know their username later, then I'll call them their actual name. But I'm going with Patrick. Like when other Patrick is in the chat, when PHG, what's his name on? Green PM, I think his name is on Twitch, but when he's in chat, I call him Patrick because I met him in person first. But yeah, thanks so much for the gift subs. Now we get our second emote slot, which I haven't begun work, but I've begun trying to convince my girlfriend to do it. Now that we actually have the slot. Now she has pressure to do it. And now we get our 5th match here. Haven't played a competitive game of Magic in months. I'm going through withdrawals. Yeah, fair, honestly. I like to get in, like, tournament every, like, paper tournament every, like, month or so. The sand is pretty not great. Just gonna ship it. Turn 2 Ballista. Like, obviously, if we're against, like, Delver or the Mirror, I'm okay with this hand, but this hand is just so weak against, like, a huge swath of the decks in this format. There's, like, a very weak 2 into a 3 that has no value, or, like, plain equipment. I think we're just a lot better off mulliganing for, like, Thalias or Vials. Gobos, huh? That's not good for us. At least we have like Plow and Sword, but yeah, this is not a good matchup. Hey, look at that. Some good cards coming off the top here, at least. Ooh, they're on a 1-lander? Say this Aether Vials. Very good for them. Terrified I'll spend $150 and then it dies. Kind of fair, I guess. I think Modern's in like a decent enough spot right now. For if people like people that enjoy Modern think Modern's good right now. But guess we're gonna go get Jite. Yeah, Modern won't die. I think he's talking about his deck. It's a Lackey? Nope. I really want to just like flicker with this Vial and wasteland them. Talking about the program, are we talking about MTGO dying? MTGO is like very far from dying in the sense that like Arena is going to take it over. They're like leaps and bounds away from ever getting Modern online. Yeah. Modern's horrible right now. Next person, Modern is good right now. I think more people are enjoying Modern than like dislike it. There will always be the people that hate Modern, especially like I stream a lot of Legacy, so I'll attract a lot of Legacy viewers, and a lot of like people that like Legacy don't particularly like Modern, and like that's fine. You don't have to enjoy all the formats. Some people do. Some people do, some people don't, but I don't almost determines fire. I mean, I could go over and check the. I assume the tournaments have like the Modern. I think Modern might be like the highest firing league. Like it just has the most people in it, especially because Arena like really killed Standard on Moto. I assume they just have another 2 here. How dare you not enjoy Kami block timing leaders? Hey, we got that Ballista. That's pretty good. I think I might just wasteland this Vial and put in a thing. Or not wasteland this Vial, wasteland this Cavern. Pass the turn here. I guess. Can't do anything about whatever this is. Hopefully it's just more. Oh, Crater Maker is pretty rude. I could just plow this Crater Maker. Wasteland File, yeah, I wish. Yeah, this is fine. Smog dies. It's whatever. They have this file ticking up that's going to pummel my face in pretty badly. Might end up just plowing this Crater Maker over just getting my equipment eaten. Plow the Crater Maker sounds really dirty out of context. Yeah, Source of Plowshares is pretty dirty card. At least Crater Maker isn't like inherently like something that elicits the thought of human. Like Plow Your Mom is like the quintessential worst thing in Legacy to say. This is like better than Dismember Your Mom though, which comes up slightly less often, but still pretty fucked up. So the card we're most horrified of here is Trash Master, so that's actually probably maybe a reason to keep the Plow and just like use the sword as bait, like get the sword Crater Makered. Because like if my opponent just Vials and Matron ticks Vial to 4 Trash Masters me, then that's just really bad. So maybe I just need to hold on to this Plow to eat a Trash Master. I think I'm going to put in Sword here, even though it gives them a little bit extra info. It's the equipment I want to die more. Let's just want to try to land. Perfect. I think we need to like force the attack here. Or force the Crater Maker activation. They could like sack it, kill this thing, file in like a War Chief or something and try to eat the Stoneforge. I'd probably just use Sword in that situation. Not use Sword, use Mom in that situation. They could also just double lock with Goblins. Oh, no blocks. Alright, deal. That seems to make me think that they're planning on Trash Mastering me. If they're not worth... If they don't think it's worth... I guess they would do one sack of Goblin, they just make me tap the Mom. We are playing against Gobbo's Lackey. Yeah, this looks like Matron for Crater Maker. Or not Crater Maker, Matron for Trash Master. It's the most likely outcome here. Because they know I still have the GTA too. Yeah. Luckily we saved the sword for that exact scenario. Sure. Attacks, really? Oh, yeah, they could just Vial and Oh, I kind of want them to Vial and Trash Master right now. Just make my turn more mana efficient. So I can just block the Matron here and pro-red it. I don't think there's a lot that punishes me. But yeah, they can use the... If their plan is just Trash Master to Anthem, then they get... Like, I get to kill their thing for free, too. Nope, nope, their plan is just let it die. Sure. Before Tarfire. Yeah, I didn't consider Tarfire. Which I probably should have, but... I guess their plan was just let their thing die, which I guess I'm also okay with. And we'll pass the turn. Put in GTA, plow the Trash Master. I really want to find, like, Revoker for these files. Krenko? Well, that's horrifying. Yeah, get off the board, Krenko. Your play is really bad against Power. Is Pyrokinesis a main deck card, though? I admit that my play was pretty bad against Tarfire and probably not worth it in that instance. But I'd be kind of surprised if they main deck Pyrokinesis to me. Yeah, we are in game 1. So. Opponent is playing around my removal spells pretty well with this Trash Master. We can't, like, put in this GT. Infinite files. Because we can't put in the GT, otherwise they just, like, get to kill it with the Trash Master, but it means that we just get to untap here. Might be time to recruit Phyrexian Revoker here, honestly. Just try to shut down all these vials here. And then if they don't put in the Trash Master, then we get to, like, we get to just cast Revoker the turn that they want to put in Trash Master, and if they don't, we get to obviously name Aether Vial, and if they do put in Trash Master, we plow it before the Revoker resolves, and we're fine. Recruit for Null Rod, yeah. Null Rod that doesn't even turn off my GT or my Ballista. Gas. But I imagine they'll put in Trash Master here, especially because I'm tapped out. If they have, like, Goblin Ancestral, recall, whatever, Ringleader, that's obviously not great. But we can still at least hose these, yeah, there's Trash Master. Yeah, now they can't even really port that effectively, because if they port me, I can just cast the Plow in response. They just want lands, so I can't just shut them out with this Plow plus Revoker on file. Yeah, they need things that produce mana. If I know one thing about goblins, is that goblins is incredibly mana hungry. So shutting off these vials seems very worth it. Yeah, Skirk Prospector or a land. Being able to snipe these vials before any of them hit 3 is nice, because they can't, like, Matron up a Ringleader or anything. Alright. Guess the play is Plow Trash Master, cast Revoker. Maybe they don't have a second Trash Master. If they do have a second Trash Master, we're in a little bit of trouble, but... Alright. I like our current position. I like where we are in this game. Yes, we won! Alright, that's good, because this is not a good matchup. Luckily, we managed to attack the... like, attacking their mana is, like, honestly, the best strategy for Death and Taxes to beat Goblins. Goblins is super, super mana hungry, and, like, just are better at just, like, slamming a bunch of haymakers and just murdering you, because all of their cards are so good against yours. So attacking their mana is one of the ways you can steal games, for sure. What do we want? I wonder if this is a Cataclysm matchup. I just, like, don't play against Goblins nearly enough. Cataclysm's obviously bad against the opposing Defile deck, but, like, maybe it's, like, just a random Wrath of God. These are, like, the definites. We want these cards. We probably want this Recruiter, too. Born in Chalice, yeah, easy. Just Ancient Tomb Chalice and turn off all their vials. How do we lose? Well, the cuts are pretty easy. Cataclysm is, yeah, sometimes good, sometimes atrocious, is how I felt, and I'm not sure that I want that out of a card. Let's see what's bad first. I think something like this looks okay, and, like, is there a card I would cut for Cataclysm in this deck right now? His Jailer's pretty horrendous, right? Goblins just like goes wider than you. I wouldn't mind just swapping a Jailer for a Cataclysm. Just play the fun of. I don't see anything in the deck that I would want a Cataclysm over, I don't think. Unless we like shaved a Caracas or something, cut the 24th land. Cut a Vial. Ah. Don't be like that. Don't be like that, Peroko. Cutting Jailer is blasphemy. Jailer is not good in the matchups that go, like, much, much wider than you, right? Especially against the opposing Vial deck. And also, like, they just have a bunch of haste creatures. Like, Jailer seems incredibly treacherous and, like, just actively bad. I think I like this well enough. Like, I'm not a fan of just the fun of Cataclysm, but I think this looks okay to me. I could also see, like, not playing the Cataclysm and playing, like, a Remorseful Cleric or something just for flyers. I'll just submit something like this. Yeah, exactly. Like, giving them any creature back is really bad. This is notably a matchup where I think or Cage is, like, noticeably worse than Containment Priest, because this is a matchup where you definitely put in Containment Priest, but a matchup where obviously Cage is unplayable. Well, this hand sucks. This hand's probably a keep on the draw. Unfortunately, it means all of the other 3 Stoneforgers in our deck are Squires. Maybe we won't draw them, though. Just gotta beat Goblins. Yeah, I think my record, I've beat Goblins like once. Let me find Goblins on this list. Yeah, I've only played it twice. I've won once. But yeah. Ooh, second land, look at that. I do vaguely miss Sarah Avenger, but not enough to play it. Oh, I dig it. No 1-drop. No turn 1 Vial is nice. We're playing a more fair game here. I'm probably not plowing a lot of their 2s. The new rules in effect. Oh man, yeah. The new rules in effect, we just keep a 2-lander and just could like fucking put Sword of Fire and Ice to the bottom. Yes. We're probably not plowing a lot of their 2-drops here. Yeah. Definitely not plowing Mog War Marshal. I'm probably just playing Stoneforge, grabbing Batterskull, and getting our Stoneforge incinerated. Stoneforge is a lot better when you can curve it with Mom. Path it. Yeah, Path is a card that I'd begrudgingly bored in this matchup. They have a lot of heavy hitters, but you also give them a mana to play more heavy hitters. Don't play Incinerator, let's be real. They play Incinerator, so yes, it can be incinerated. They can Gem Palm incinerate it. Sure, third land at least. Oh man, no kill. Oh shit, we're on tap with Stoneforge. We did it. I mean, we didn't do it, but definitely a good step in the right direction. You want like 23 Revokers for Goblins? Yeah, for real. Someone trophied my Mog War Marshal token today. What? Yeah, the problem with Revoker in this matchup is that there are just so many things you need to revoke. I think I might have to plow this. Maybe not. We have the problem of just like having way too many lands again, or way too many equipment again. So maybe I just need to save plow for their scarier stuff and just run this Batterskull into Crater Maker. Batterskull is the least strong of the equipment, so I think I'm okay with this trade. I think I untap and plow it. Maybe. Or like plow it and then untap. Because I don't think untapping and plowing is a very good plan. I could untap and plow it. I could untap, play third land, and plow it. But then they kill the Stoneforge, but then we put in Battle Skull? Maybe. I think we're fine with this trade, though. We should get to put in Sword or GJ next turn, and hold up a removal spell now. I think we vaguely wanted to port them, but probably not worth it. Yeah, we did find our first Squire. Trash Master me, come on. Alright, that's not great. Because this one just like straight up kills, like if I plow it, it just kills my Stoneforge Mystic straight up. We just don't have a threat. So I can just let him keep eating all my equipment, which is not really where I want to be. Is there no indicator? The English card is female? Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think there's usually an indicator unless it's like a... Oh, did the artist say so? I had no idea. That's neat. Hey, fourth land, look at that. So, what happens if we just pass the turn? Port, put in GT. Next turn, we equip Sword. Could also just play Squire plus Port. We'd play Squire plus put in GT. I don't love the attack plan, or the equip attack. That just gets it shattered and killed by a goblin and blocks. I think it's either Port or play Mystic. But yeah, Port, play Mystic, Port GT, or GT Port. I think it's play Mystic. I think I just need more things in play. And maybe I don't want to Port, because we just have this removal, so we don't really care about, like, a Haymaker. I guess Trash Master is already pretty bad for us, but... we scryed land at the top, so shuffling doesn't do anything. Because I was supposed to leave a plow plus path if I wasn't going to port. There's a chance I want to do both of those things. Oh, that's good for me. They're trying to be mana efficient, which helps me be mana efficient in turn. What do we got? Stop! Fuck's sake. I have like 2-for-1 myself to kill this Crater Maker. I'm gonna path it at least, so they don't get the land. Or if they do, then we get to keep both our Stone Forges. Just opponent on mono Crater Makers. Oh, wow, alright, deal. You know, it'd be great here, my boy Jailer. It's definitely risky to have a Jailer on this board. Oh man, we drew another Squire! Hot dog. I think we just have to jam with GT. It's probably an Incinerator in our future, but Gem Bomb would be a blowout, yeah. I think we just like have to pray. Man, if we had a land here, we could also like make Gem Bomb not a blowout, because we could like plow one of these goblins. We could keep waiting, but I don't love that plan. Man, Pyrokinesis would be pretty bad for me too, but they have 2 cards in hand. I think our plan just needs to be GJ Jam. Yeah, waiting to... I agree, waiting seems pretty bad. Double block would Liquid Track here. Alright, well, we got GJ counters. Not nothing. In before 4th Crater Maker, though. Our hand is pretty bad against almost anything at this stage. What do we got, opponent? Play like a lackey, please. I don't like whatever this is. Stop casting it, please. Legion War Boss. Oh, that's not scary. That's totally fine. You can beat that. Oh, that's scarier. So I'm pinging off this War Boss, right? And untap. If they leave back Chieftain and Goblin token, we can plow the Chieftain and just connect again. Why would you have that? I don't know. Ping the Chieftain. There's also a chance I could ping the Chieftain. But then that just gives them an extra Goblin token, right? I'm going to end up killing both of them anyway, right? It's like, why give them the extra... Oh, the Goblin token is just going to run into the Stoneforge. The Goblin token just dies. So yeah, pinging the Chieftain's probably better. Let the just farm the War Boss. I don't think we're gonna I don't think we have enough mana. Like we're gonna be attacking. I don't think we're farming this War Boss. But I do like pinging the Chieftain more. Let me ping it again. This one probably just like attacks with both goblins. If they want just like to get them that extra free damage. Nope. Alright. This thing just dies. Unfortunately, we do have to waste the plow on this War Boss. Maybe we don't. Oh, shit. Enjoyed the last few leagues before WotC blows up Legacy. This Cataclysm might actually be nuts if we can get to that stage of the game. So if I equip an attack, they block. We get 2 GD counters, we can ping the War Boss and play another Mystic. Versus if I plow, equip, attack, we get 2 counters and we just have a Stoneforge in play. Probably better just to plow this. If my opponent doesn't have anything next turn, we'd probably win the game with Cataclysm. Yeah. I'll be down for running around screaming the sky is falling after PT London goes down. Yeah, I'll take one, sure. We drew all of our squires. I think we're still gonna win. Yeah, opponent's flooding out really bad. Really bad thing to do into a Cataclysm, especially. Let's go. Goodbye, board. Yeah, we're for sure Cataclysming right now. My opponent has like 7 lands and playing 1 card in hand. Question. Yeah, they valued getting the land more than like killing my Stoneforge with the Crater Maker, which I thought was really weird, because they had so many lands in play. Wow, they're flooding out hard. They just continue to hit land drops after I just Armageddon the shit out of them. Is there some point that I should ping this off? Probably not. Oh, there's the lackey. Okay, sweet. We get to keep hitting land drops. They need, like, actual braid, yeah. I wonder if playing a Stoneforge is better than port. Yeah. It's probably better just to develop a second Stoneforge, honestly. Like, what's scary that they can play on 2 mana in this deck, right? We can ping off anything. Like, Crater Maker can't sack itself. Gem Palms just look so far away from being any sort of relevant. Am I losing to something if I don't port them here? Probably should have pumped a couple times as well. But 2 mana Teen. That'd be bad for me. Yeah, I think I'm casting some actual Abrade. Yeah, I don't think Goblins is in for actual factual Abrade. Yeah, they just conceded. We did it! Huh, we beat Goblins 2-0. Definitely had to get a little bit lucky there, though. No, we went 4-1. Nice. Where's the old Gobos? Yeah, definitely not a favorable matchup by any means, but before Crater Maker, Hyper Braid, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, we did actually beat Goblins. We definitely had to get a little bit lucky. That matchup is definitely not favored for Devin Texas. Like, as you saw during like the early stage of that game, like especially the super Crater Maker dense version, we kind of got like housed by a bunch of Crater Makers, and like because one of our best plans is just trying to beat them to death with equipment, and just like we got all of our equipment Crater Makered away. But we managed to get there. A timely Cataclysm probably helped seal the deal. Just Armageddon them for like 6 lands. I'm 13-2 with my last 15 with Lone. I think I'm also 13-2 with my with other taxes this week. So I'm basically, yeah, GP master. Because we went 5-0 Monday, 4-1 Wednesday, 4-1 Friday. Been a pretty good day, which probably means I'm going to get, like I said this at the beginning of the stream, we're probably going to get absolutely demolished at this team tournament that I'm going to tomorrow that's local. Because like every time I do really poorly in a league, it's just like I go and crush a tournament. But then now that I've done really well this week, we're probably just going to get absolutely like dunked on. So also, that was our 400th match of Legacy. What's your match win percentage overall? 67.75. Now that we're sitting here at 400 matches since the Death Right ban. That's just what I've streamed. I don't really record like my paper or if I play any like off stream. Went 8-0 with D&T during GP Strasbourg. At least I get my picture taken for going EXO during day 1. Hey, that's good. I've never did 2 to GP before. But anyway, let's find someone to host here since we are done for the day. I'm only streaming one league today. I sometimes do 2 like back-to-back leagues on Friday, but my weekend is like just really packed with shit I'm doing. Who's streaming? Oh, Arkan's streaming. All right, let's go. Blue-Red Dreadnought Stand Still. All right, yeah, let's go host Arkan. Cool dude, Legacy streamer, streams Legacy like all the fucking time. Like every time I go try to host someone, it's like Arkan's just online all the time. He's like probably in terms of number of hours, I think he's like the most. He's like the person that streams the most Legacy content. So yeah, we'll go drop you guys off at his stream. Anyway, thanks everybody for watching today. Hope you had a good time. Thanks again to Patrick for the 2 gift subs, getting us to 15 subs, which means we get a new emote slot, because that's a new thing that they've announced for Twitch affiliates, that they've allowed us to have extra emote slots based on like number of subs, so be working on getting a new emote down the pipeline. Anyway, if you want to support the channel some more, you can follow, subscribe, or donate. Follows are totally free, help you know I'm going live. Subscriptions get you a sweet Thalia emote and Thraben-themed subscription badge in the sideboard, the side chat here. And donations, I do donation deck lists. Information for that is down below. Enjoy watching or losing. Yeah, sorry it's not more EU friendly, but I mean obviously it's hard for American people to watch EU streamers and vice versa and stuff. I'm sad that I rarely get to catch like PK streams and such. But anyway, also have YouTube and Twitter links down below. YouTube is where I post all my leagues after they're done being live here. So if you want to watch a ton of Death and Taxes content and a sprinkling of other things, it's there. Twitch is where I post my schedule and updates. I should be hopefully tweeting out updates to how my tournament's going tomorrow, if I remember. Anyway, have a good one, everybody. Have a good weekend, and I'll see you guys all next week. Hopefully we get some work on our emote.